All right, so today I'm celebrating my new book, The Art of the Mound Visit, with a Mound Visit story that you're gonna like. So one year I was coaching with my 15U travel team, and we had a pitcher on our team who was an awesome kid, super hard worker, but he was relatively new to pitching. And I taught him a slider that off season, and he'd never thrown a breaking ball in a game. I know that might seem abnormal for a 15U kid, but he just wasn't really a pitcher, so he hadn't really gotten that many innings in the past. So anyway, we worked on the slider all winter, and it was kind of mediocre at first. It started to get a little bit better, but then we got to the season. It came time where he was gonna get his first innings and throw some of his first sliders in a game. And I remember when I was younger, that was a nerve-wracking moment. You're like, is this pitch gonna do what I want it to do? So one of these innings, he gets 2 or 3 innings one game. And somewhere in the middle, I see a couple sliders, they go in the dirt, hitters don't swing at them, whatever. And then he gets to 1-2 on a hitter, and he just throws the slider. And I see it track in, and I see it break, and this kid lunges, and he strikes out. And I was like, he did it. There was the slider. And I looked at him, and I saw his face, I saw a smile flash on his face. But he knew, he couldn't just get this big Cheshire cat grin on the mound. He kept it together, but I saw it, and I was as excited for him as that he was inside. So maybe an inning later, we had a mound visit, because he started to struggle, started to fall behind the count. So I go out, and I had stuff that I wanted to talk to him about, mechanically, get him back on track. But also, the first thing I wanted to not miss the moment. And I was like, dude, that slider you threw was awesome. And his face just lit up. And as a former pitcher, I can tell you that is a special moment. When you throw that first curveball that it looks like they're gonna hit it and it just whoosh, drops beneath their bat. And it still is a really special coaching memory for me, because I'm glad that I remembered to do this, just to acknowledge it, because I could tell that he wanted to talk about it. And then for him to burst into that smile, we just both got to experience that together. That moment of I saw what you did. It was awesome. He's like, yeah, it was awesome. We had that 3 seconds just to celebrate before we got down to business and talk about the rest of the stuff on the mound. So that's why I think mound visits are just so special, and why I wanted to share that with people in my new book. And it's just those little coaching moments that, beyond helping them get through a game, you just get to be there with her. You're like the cavalry to those young players, And in that moment, I went out there to help him struggle, but also I just got to share in one of his successes, a really momentary success that probably other people didn't see, but I saw, because I knew how much we'd been working on that slider. So don't forget how special a mound visit can be.